Good afternoon all, I am Dietitiya in second year B Physiotherapy from Marwadi University. Today my topic is Ebola virus in microbiology. So let's start it. Now what is Ebola virus? The Ebola virus is highly contagious and deadly virus that causes Ebola virus disease EVD. Formally it is known as Ebola hemorrhagic fever. It belongs to the Phylloarid family and was first identified of Ebola virus is 1976 during simultaneous outbreaks in Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo. The name Ebola comes from Ebola river near of the outbreak location. Classification: viral hemorrhagic fever, importance and impact on public health. Causative agents of Ebola virus. Causative agents of EVD is Zaire, Sudan, Bundibugyo, Typhorest and Reston. Among these, Zaire and Sudan species have been responsible for majority of human outbreaks. Zaire and Sudan is very responsible for majority humans outbreaks. Family is Phylloarid structure, filamentous enveloped virus. Now, causative agents of Ebola virus disease: Zaire, Sudan, Bundibugyo, Typhorest and Riston. Among these, Zaire and Sudan have been very responsible for majority people's outbreak. Zaire and Sudan is very important to create this disease in human's body. Family is Phylloarid structure is filamentous enveloped virus with RNA genome. It is negative sense single stranded RNA virus. Virus morphology and genome. It is gram-negative sense single stranded RNA virus. Morphology of Ebola virus is thread-like structure, variable shapes and branches forms like this picture. Thread-like structures like green threads, variable shapes and branches is formed. Length of this structure is 800 to 1000 nanometer and diameter of this structure is 18 nanometer. Negative sense single stranded RNA virus. Now, transmission of Ebola virus in human body. Natural resolution fruit bats. Ebola spread through direct contact with other humans, blood, secretions or other bodily fluids of infected people or animals. Contact-amide objects like needles of medical equipment. Single needle is used variable patients. It is a transmission of Ebola virus. The virus is not airborne. Nasochemical transmission risk. By nasochemical transmission, it is direct human to human transmitted virus. Now we are understanding the pathogenesis of Ebola virus. First of all, Ebola virus is entered into the body through mucosa or broken skin in the bodies. Macrophages, dendritic cells and endothelial cells are targeted cells of the Ebola virus. Ebola virus is first to primarily target the macrophages, dendritic cells and endothelial cells. Suppress interferon response is immune evasion. Cytokine storm leads to inflammation and vascular leakage. Liver, kidneys and other organs are affected and damaged by Ebola virus. Hemorrhage and shock from clotting abnormalities and fluid loss in the body. Clinical features of Ebola virus. Incubation 2 to 21 days. Early symptoms of Ebola virus is affected. Early symptoms shown on the patient is fever, fatigue, muscle pain, headache, sore throat, etc. Later symptoms: vomiting, diarrhea, rash, hemorrhagic manifestation, bleeding, organ failure. It is symptoms of Ebola virus. Ebola virus is presented. Now we are understanding the diagnosis of Ebola virus. Laboratory tests: PCR, enzyme linked immunosorbate assay. for antigens and antibodies, viral culture BSL for lab, differential diagnosis is available in the lab. Now, treatment and prevention of Ebola virus. No specific cure but supportive care is improves survival, rehydration, oxygen, blood pressure support. Vaccines. This vaccine is given to Ebola virus affected person. This vaccine is effective against Zaire strain. Prevention of Ebola virus. Infection control measure. Safe viral particles, quarantine and contact tracing. It is very important to Ebola virus. Epidemiology and outbreaks of Ebola virus. History of outbreaks. First, identify in 1976 major outbreaks in West Africa. Current survival and control strategies. Summary of Ebola virus. Ebola virus is a deadly hemorrhagic fever virus with high fatality transmitted via direct contact with infected fluid. Early diagnosis, supportive care and strict infection control critical. I hope you all are understanding my topic. Thank you.